Hello, welcome to Excel Highway. In today's video, I want to share with you a job search tracker I created in Google Sheets. With this tracker, you can track your applications for jobs. If you're looking for work, it's good to track the companies that you send CVs. Plus, you can understand how well your CVs are passing the first step, and also the other steps. You can see how well you're doing and try to improve and focus on a certain aspect. Plus, you can also try to set metrics for yourself, like how many CVs you send per week, things like that. So this is a very simple but effective job searching tracker, and I want to show you how I built this. So first off, we're in the dashboard. In the dashboard, you see the end result. It's going to show you all of your jobs that you applied to the funnel. So how many did you apply through all the steps that I set up here? Eventually, hopefully you get hired and you'll have one over here. And you can see it's a funnel, so it looks nice and it goes from wide to narrow. Here, the second chart is your active jobs status. So this is going to show you how many jobs you have that are still active. So you haven't failed any of the steps, so they're still active, and at which stage you are in. So I have one job at a first interview, two in technical, one final, and one is in the offer stage. So those are the active job um, chart. Now let's take a look at the search sheet, which is the second sheet where all the data is handled. So it's very basic, and you can, of course, add as many columns as you want, but I'll show you what I set up. So I have the job title, the company, a job link, so if it's a LinkedIn or Indeed or whatever, the location of the job, when did I apply, any notes that I want to write here to myself, and the status, which is the only column that's calculated. Looks like a scary formula, but eventually what it shows us is the last status that you passed. And if one of the stages is marked as failed, then it's going to show ended. So, and of course, if you have nothing, it's going to show as applied. So then you have all the stages, and of course you can change this, add this, whatever you want. So for each stage, I have a data validation with two options, either passed or failed. And as you can see, whenever you mark something as passed, it will immediately change the status to that. And if you mark one as failed, it's going to show you that it ended. And eventually in the pipeline, you're going to see, and you see now it changed the chart. So you're going to see each of the stages, how many jobs there are. So very simple, but let's see how to do it. So first, let's look at the data validation part. The passed, failed. Go to data, data validation, and choose the drop down. I manually entered passed and failed and changed the color green for passed, red for failed. And of course, if you change that, it's just going to change. So that's what I did. Very simple on a certain range, age through P21. And of course, you can extend that to, let's say, even to the entire sheet. Okay, I'm not going to do it just because no need. So that's that part. This formula for the status, I'll try to explain it, but I'm also going to post the formula on the description, so you can always just copy it. But eventually, the first part is checking if the word failed exists. If it does, then just write in ended. Otherwise, looking for this index, so the first row where we have the stages. So I'm filtering basically this row, searching for situation where it is equal to pass. Okay, and I want to see the maximum of it. That's going to show me the last column that it exists. And if I don't have anything, then it's going to show me applied. And it works. So that's the formula over here. Now let's take a quick look at the two charts for the dashboard. I have them over here, sort of hidden. So I have the steps. The first step is applied, and then I'm just going to transpose whatever I have here, so I don't have to write it again. And then I have the formula. I'm just going to count if. So each column, I want to count how many past do I have. Okay, that's going to let me know how many uh, steps I have, or how many jobs I have in that stage. So that's gonna give me that result. And because I drag it to the right, I could have just copied the formula, but I dragged it all the way to the right and used transpose for the result, just so it will make my life easier. You don't have to do it. You can just drag it and have the formula without the transpose. But anyway, that's what I did over here. The blank space, that's what I use to create the funnel, because there isn't a built-in funnel chart. So the blank space for the applied row is going to be 0. And then it's going to be the gap between the biggest bar chart, which is the applied one, minus whatever I have over here divided by 2. So basically, think about it. The 4.5, that is the area over here that I'm going to push my bar chart, because I want everything to be centralized. So again, if I have nothing, then it starts over here, ends somewhere over here, and doesn't look like a bar chart. So by adding that blank space, I am centralizing everything to make it look like a funnel. So that's how I do it, divided by 2, okay? And just drag that all the way. That's how I know exactly where I will put my bar chart. The only active jobs I'm going to count if the status here is equal to, and I think I have a spelling mistake with applied. Okay, that's why I didn't see it. Applied. Now I should have one. There we go. I have one applied, and now I see it here. Okay, great, because I didn't see it before. So the only active jobs, it's even easier. I'm counting if in column G, which is the status, looking for that step. So I have those, and that's the data. Now the chart itself, let's start with the funnel. So I'm going to basically take these, insert a chart. I want this to be, it's supposed to be stacked bar chart exactly. And it's in the reverse order. You see, I want this to be first. So let's go back to the date range. Let's just remove all series, and I'm just going to add first. Yeah, now it looks okay. For that one, I'm going to go over here. If I click it, go over here, but the series, I just want to fill capacity at 0, and then it's just blank. And what else I need to do here? And the customize the legend, I don't need it. I want a title, funnel. I want the values, so I'm going to the series, and just for bar 2, I'm going to say data labels, and I want it to be in the middle, just so it looks nicer. And that's it, right? That's all I got over here. Change the color, but yeah, that's how you create a funnel. Quick and simple. The second one is just a pie chart, sorry, a donut chart. So again, I'm highlighting everything, clicking on chart. I don't need that one, and I don't need that one. And the bar chart, I'm going to select the donut. Yeah, and again, we're just going to add a, where is it? The title, so that's going to be the title. And for the pie slice, where is it? Pie chart, sorry, slice label, label. No, not label, value. Okay, and that's how you get those two charts. Just drag them over here, and it's nice and visible. Great. So if you enjoyed this and learned something, please click that like, share this, subscribe, leave a comment, and this will be available on my Patreon page, or you can build on your own by following the steps in the video. Enjoy!